Hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please do. So here on Let's Talk Ray Bradbury, we are reviewing the collection, These Stories of Ray Bradbury, which has 100 different short stories in it. We are up to story number 41 today of 100, and that story is from 1943. It is titled Skeleton. Brief synopsis, Mr. Harris has inexplicable bone pain. After his 10th visit to his doctor in a single year, that doctor basically says, "You're a hypochondriac. You need to relax. Go take a trip. Do something. You're bothering me, kid." Unsatisfied, he gets open his phone book and he looks around for somebody else to go visit to. He finds a doctor who has no medical credentials called Mr. Munigant. Munigant says that his issue is probably psychological and you need to be in the right frame of mind for me to help you. He turns the lights out in the office, and Harris has the sensation that his nose has nearly been bit off and that somebody's trying to break his jaws. And it's really odd, but Munigant turns the lights back on and says, you're not ready, you're not in the right frame of mind to be helped. Here's this chart of the human skeleton. Take it home, study it, and maybe I can help you later when you are in the right frame of mental state. Harris goes home, studies the chart, and begins to have this feeling that his skeleton has been the problem all along, that his skeleton is some sort of sentient force inside him conspiring to hurt him and to kill him. But the pain continues. Harris finally takes his first doctor's advice, takes a trip to Phoenix. Along the way, he has a car crash, lays out in the desert, nearly dies, nearly cooks in the sun. But eventually, after making a business deal while he was there, which never plays again into the story, he makes it home, and the pain continues worse than ever. There on his couch, he makes a pained phone call to Dr. Munigant, and then later that evening, or that afternoon, Harris's wife returns and finds her husband laying boneless and mushy like a jellyfish on the floor, his skeleton apparently gone. Outside, Mr. Munigant, who she earlier passed apparently sucking on a breadstick, which wasn't a breadstick, it was a bone. He's seen drilling holes into a bone, one of Harris's bones, and playing it like a flute, playing a sad song. So, the story is mildly funny, but I would say it's easily the weakest story in the entire collection. Probably one of the weaker stories by Bradbury, period. And I've read, at this point, something like 140, 150 different Ray Bradbury short stories. It just doesn't quite work for me. It's mildly humorous, this idea of skeletons, which we see as being these kind of comical, rickety, funny, scary things across literature and movies, actually literally taking on a life of its own, or in this guy's mind. But it doesn't really work. And it seems like there's a lot of wasted space, or a lot of wasted words, dead ends, like the whole trip to Phoenix, the crash, the making a business deal to get money for his planned sculpting and porcelain company, and it is like a lot of stuff that comes to nothing, which is really weird for Bradbury. Usually I can find some sort of meaning in these movements, and I can't really do it here. Like as I was reading, I'm thinking like, okay, this guy's into sculpting, maybe he'll replace his bones with something else, but he never does. So it's a little bit disappointing in that respect. If you're going to skip a story in this collection, the stories of Ray Bradbury, this is probably the one you're going to skip, because it really is disappointing. I sort of get what Bradbury was going for, but it's a rare instance of him not successfully pulling it off. So beware the story Skeleton from 1943. I'll save you 30 minutes of your life by telling you that you can skip it. All right, guys. Next story up will be The Man Upstairs from 1947. So tune in, and we will discuss that here on Let's Talk in a couple of days. See you later.